What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here for a Black Ink Crew Chicago review. I haven't done this one in a while. This is still season 6. This is episode number 13. The title is Chicago Ain't That Big. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into this episode review. All right, you guys. So this episode has like dates on it, and you notice each date is like, because I know at one point it's February 22nd, I believe. Then they moved to March, and each time is they're talking about at that point they're talking about the coronavirus, which is in early February, early to late February, and specifically early March. We don't know much about the coronavirus, and then by spring break, that's when shit hit the fan, and hell, now it's hitting the fan once again, and it's really scary. You know, it's really scary looking at where the world was then and where we are now. Because I know Florida is getting ready to shut down again, and I can only imagine my state is right behind that because our cases are increasing by the day. And I'm in Texas, you guys. I think you guys know that. I'm in Texas, more specifically. I'm in Dallas, and our cases, especially our cases here in Dallas, those cases are getting ridiculous. And it's only a matter of time before they shut us down again. Our dumbass governor, Greg Abbott, a few weeks ago, he wanted to blame, the young kids, but you're the one that opened up the states, so you gotta take some ownership in this as well. That's why I say I think him and Trump were brothers separated at birth because they spit the same dumb shit out. But nonetheless, let's get into this. Let's go back to the episode. So, like I said, it was before the pandemic, was at its highest point. And we were over at Second City Inc. And we see that Charmaine is hiring tattoo artists, receptionists, whatever. And there's a long line of people outside. And this is because Charmaine is short staffed. Drea is over there working with Ryan. What is her name? Jess is not there, and then the other dude that was always involved with the law, he got into a fight with the cops, so he's not there. But they supported him from a distance. Then let's move over to 9mag. Now, when you pan around 9mag, I'm like, okay, we got the same crew basically. We just add Bella. We just add Drea. But then I noticed Bella, and I'm like, what the fuck? So Ryan actually hired Bella's drunk ass back. Ryan, whatever. You like drama. So then we see Don come in there, and he's saging the place. And with Don, we find out that him and Ashley are not together. They don't even live together. And that, we saw that she wrote him a note talking about she wants a divorce. I was like, damn. Now, the funny thing is, I thought here recently that things were good between Don and Ashley. Maybe, maybe they don't, I know they don't show us everything, but damn. And, Don is also living with Ford this time. So then we see Kitty. She goes to the shop to talk to Ryan. Now, in the opening credits, we were talking in the opening scenes, it was Kitty, it was Ryan, and it was Charmaine. They were all three kind of narrating. Now, we did see that Ryan, went to Mexico with, as my girl Ashley calls her, eyebrows. Oh God, Rachel. So, Kitty has questioned him about going to Mexico with, Rachel. And he said he went on vacation with his family, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you and Kitty were in a relationship, you should have at least said something to her. But then here we go, because she told her this looks embarrassing to her. Then we got PMS and Ryan. I'm like, here goes Ryan being himself. And basically, Ryan is just playing Kitty off to like dust. But I'm glad the production rolled those footage back, showing him saying that they were in a relationship. Like, you can say whatever you want to say to her on her face, but production just made a big ass fool out of your ass. Let's move on. All right, so then we see Jen and Van. They back together, and his daughter Brianna, she's getting ready to head off to the military. Military. I don't know why I struggled with that word. So she's about to turn 18, and she asks Van, for a birthday party. He says, "Cool, I got you." She says, "Well, I want all I want my uncles there." He was like, "Okay." He named off one uncle. She said, "All of them." He's like, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Uncle Ryan, Uncle Four, and Uncle Don, and even Auntie Charmaine." And Van is like, "I don't really know about that because the last time that I talked to the guys, it wasn't all that so good." Now, Van, I get it. You, Ryan, Don, and Four, and even Charmaine might not be on the best terms with each other. But what you could do, but you ended up doing it. You could have said just from the beginning, like, what, me and them, we do have our issues right about now. But if that really means a lot to you to have them at your party, go for it. Like, invite them. I'm not, and you could have said, I'm not certain if they'll come, but if that's what you want, I'm here to support you in whatever you want to do. Instead of him going all the way around the world to then say that, I'm like, man, you could have just said that from the beginning, but whatever. So then we see Ryan at the shop, and this is the moment where he does one of those, what we have every season, where they do it, a tattoo that has, meaning. So Ed Curry, who is the father of, Ryan's niece and nephew, comes in, and they just chopping it up. They're talking about his sister, and it was really sad. I can only imagine how that man's wife felt, because that's got to be. Because on one point you got to be mad as hell at him that he didn't tell you about having another family, but then to find out that the mother and the daughter were both killed. Like, how do you get through that? It's got to be a difficult time, and and I don't agree with because Ryan was saying people talking about that she was a mistress and she got what she deserved. No one deserves to die. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just because you sleep with a married man, woman, whatever it is, that does not mean that someone has the right to take your life. So for people who get on social media and say that kind of shit to them, it's always the people. That's what bothers me sometimes when it comes to social media. People feel emboldened to say things that they necessarily probably wouldn't say in a person's face. Like, that's what bothers me about social media sometimes. I feel like people say a lot of stuff behind a computer screen or a phone screen or a tablet or whatever. They say shit behind the screen that they wouldn't say to a person's face. Basically, internet balls. So Ryan does the tattoo, and I love the tattoo. Now I don't think I would do it because the tattoo is right here, going across his knuckles, and it has Ava, which is the baby's name. Jesus Christ, that like it hurt like a motherfucker. Mm-mm. Nope. I would have to pass on that one. That would actually be a really hard pass for me. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So next, we see Plug. So Plug is meeting up with Miss Kitty, and he hasn't really talked to her, but he did talk to Drea. Excuse me, y'all. And Drea kind of filled him in on Kitty going over to the shop. So he's talking to Kitty about what happened when she went to the shop. Kitty tells him that when she talked to Ryan about this whole situation with Rachel, he was dismissive, which he absolutely 100% was dismissive. I mean, damn, like, the problem that I have with Ryan is Ryan can never take accountability for some of the shit for the shit that he does. Like, that's my big problem with Ryan, and that was my big problem a few seasons ago when it was Ryan in his shop on that side, and then it was the others in their shop. Now, albeit at that time, I think both sides had issues, but the issues mainly stemmed from Ryan at that time, and so I think that's what my problem is with Ryan. It just feels like Ryan has a difficult time just owning up to what he did. Now, like with Kitty, he could have said, "You know what, Kitty? you know, there are a lot of ways that Ryan could have definitely spoke to Kitty instead of being, rude as fuck and dismissive as fuck. He could have just said, you know what, Kitty, I was on vacation with Rachel and my kids. And, I don't really feel that I owe anybody an explanation when it comes to that because that's, those are my kids and that's their mother. And if we gonna go on vacation, it is what, it really is what it is. But he didn't have to be so rude. There, like I said, he could have articulated that in many different ways. That was one way, or he could have just said, you know what, Kitty, we went on vacation. I should have told you, but I didn't think it would be that big of a deal me going on vacation with, the mother of my kids. Like she's gonna always be around, so I just didn't feel like it was that big of a deal. But if and not even say if, since I can see that your feelings were hurt, you felt embarrassed, I do apologize. But Ryan didn't do nothing of the sorts. He just dismissed Miss Keating. Now, Plug is a character. This fool had a ski mask, so he wants to go, mess up some of Ryan's stuff. It is what it is. So then we do see what they did to the car. It wasn't much. It was just fun. And so we see Brianna. So Brianna goes over to the shop, and Ryan, Ryan, Ford, and Don are at the shop. So she's talking to them, and she's telling them like, "Hey, I'm having my 18th birthday party, and I really would like for you guys to come to the party." And they were like, "Well, have you talked to your dad about this?" And she was like, "Yes, I did talk to my dad, and he was okay with it, but not necessarily." He said, and then they all talking about the same thing. They all have their issues, and basically, what she wants them to do is just put the issues to the side and come and support me. And Ryan and Don and the four all said, "You know what? We can do that. We'll be there." So I respect that. All right, you guys, over at Second City, they are testing out the new tattoo artist and the receptionist. And now, at one point, I thought that shop had closed down because I did see their Instagram last season, the first half of this season, and then out of nowhere, that shop kind of the Instagram went away. So clue me in on if that shop was still open prior to the coronavirus, you guys. I don't too much keep up with it. Um, something I do wonder, since Big Fish is no longer part of the production, will we eventually just go back to having regular seasons, like season, not season 6 part B, and not like will we go back to just having one season, one full season? Like I am so over having, because that was the same thing that they tried to do with Love and Hip Hop New York, and we see that Love and Hip Hop New York never came back for the second half of its season. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but whatever. Um, so Kitty is late, and then Charmaine was so stressed out. I get it. She's getting ready to go on maternity leave. She wants to make sure that her baby, her first baby, her shot, is in good hands before she gives birth to her other baby, Nola. So Charmaine goes to the bathroom, and then she comes back out freaking out because her mucus plug came out. Never heard of that. Ew. Sounds kind of weird. But I thought her water might have broke, but nope, it didn't. It was her mucus plug. But later in the episode, Kitty told us that it was a false alarm. Nothing. She's not having a baby. So then we get over to Brianna's party, and man, looking at that party just make you remember what life was like before coronavirus. So we see everyone is at the party. Um, Everyone with the exception of Charmaine. So Kitty, Prince, and Plug are there, although they don't know Brianna like that, but they are there. I feel like that was a party for Brianna, but it was also a cast party as well, because you saw a lot of the cast members there. So I think it was just a cast party, but it was also for her at the same time. I don't even need my notes for this one. But Ryan noticed Miss Kitty. he went over to Kitty and spoke to her, and Nash called her by her government name, and she was like, "Oh, we on that tip." And they didn't talk that much, but then out of nowhere, a piece of trash rolled in by the name of Lily. Child, please keep Lily the hell away from this show. That's all I ask. Keep Lily trash box ass away from the show. And then at the end of the episode, Van goes up to talk to the guys. You know, for right, they kind of make a little bit of a I can't even say they made a truce or anything. It was just like, thanks for coming. Nah, we was gonna do this regardless, and thanks for letting her invite us or whatever. No one really said, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that. No one said anything, so I'm sure it's gonna play out later on in the season. But you guys, that was the review for Black King Crew Chicago. Be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Share this video, and until the next one, you guys stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys later.